I do a show, I normally say 3, 2, 1.
We're good. We're on. We're on. We're live with the Bitter Birds here at the Sunny Eagle. It's about time I got this asshole on my channel. Thank you. What's going on?
Calling me an asshole already? I mean, I'm gonna decline. I'm gonna hang up the phone. I'm leaving. I'm leaving the hangout.
Well, apparently some people say I'm only doing this with you just to increase my views on my channel, and I'm just using you to bolster my YouTube revenue. I don't know.
Well, we're friends, so I don't see it that way.
Well, according to some people, I'm just using and abusing you like our defensive line's going to do to Brock Osweiler this Sunday.
Brock's got no shot. Dude, before that quarterback switch, I was like a little worried about the game because obviously the Denver defense is great, but I am not scared of Brock Osweiler.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'd be more scared of Trevor Siemian, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there. They should have started Paxton Lynch. I don't know why they're starting Brock.
Because I don't know, Paxton Lynch sucks. He stinks, in the words of Philly 500.
Stinks.
Well, as of right now, I am 68-49 on the season. I don't know. How about you?
I haven't. You know, it's funny because we normally do this for the Bitter Birds. We have picks. We didn't do it this year. I won the first 2 years, so pat myself on the back.
No big deal.
So I didn't win any trophies or anything. I did win a 6-pack of beer though, so that was tasty. But yeah, I don't know what my record is this year. I've been doing against the spread picks. I've been doing regular picks. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, these are just straight up picks. I don't do over under and the line and stuff like that. That's just too complicated. I don't have time for that, and I'm not that smart for that kind of stuff.
I don't have time for that either. But
no way.
It's fun.
But I do my picks with he's a commenter on my channel all the time, Sean Fitzpatrick. I don't know if he comments on your stuff, but
yeah. I know Sean.
Yeah. He's actually, me and him are doing it together. He's actually beating me by a couple games. So I wanted to get you on because I haven't talked to you ever, and I know you're busy doing your stuff, and I appreciate it once again. And I just feel like it's something we can do, maybe week to week, if that's okay with you. Yeah. Who knows? We'll find out. But we'll get it started with tonight's game. 8:25, Bills and Jets. Who do you got?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Josh McCown, you know, the Jets, they're playing some pretty good football right now. It's kind of crazy to say, but the Bills are playing even better football. 5-2, Jesus Christ. So LaShawn McCoy has had a great season for the Bills so far this year. Their defense is stepping up. Their cornerback play has been tremendous. Tre'Davious White, E.J. Gaines brought over from the Sammy Watkins deal. I like the Bills in this one. Although I can see the Jets squeaking this one out, I don't think we'll see much of Kelvin Benjamin, if at all. I don't even know if he'll play. But I like the Bills in this one. Yeah,
I'm on the same side as you. I like the Buffalo Bills. 5-2. Like I said, I'm about a 2-hour drive from Buffalo, so I watch the Buffalo Bill games a lot. Yeah. My girlfriend's brother is a Buffalo Bills diehard fan, and I like Tyrod Taylor. Obviously, I love LaShawn McCoy. The Calvin Benjamin thing, I think he'll be there as a deterrent. I don't think he'll be on there running routes and running big things like that. Yeah. I do love Buffalo's defense right now. I'm glad they got rid of Marcel Darius. I think that was a cancer in the locker room. I don't think he wanted to be there. But I think I like Tyrod in this matchup a lot. I don't know why. I just think he's going to have an easy time this week against the Jets. But a sneaky guy in the Jets you got to watch out for is that Robbie Anderson, that twig. Kid's balling.
Obviously, you have to watch out for Robbie Anderson.
He's balling. I have him at my
Temple University, baby. You. That's why he's balling.
I actually picked him up in 2 of my fantasy leagues because for some reason Josh McCown's having a great year. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I started Josh McCown last week. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
I have Alex Smith, so I think I'm okay.
Well, I have Alex Smith too, but I benched him last week and I started Josh McCown.
Beautiful.
No.
All right, on to the next game. 1 o'clock, Ravens and Titans. I don't even know who I picked. I picked the Titans in this matchup. I think the Ravens are a little too happy after last week's demolishing of the Dolphins. Everyone thinks that the Ravens have this monstrous D. I'm more skeptical about it. I like the Titans. I like the tandem of DeMarco Murray, Marcus Mariota. I love those two together. Derrick Henry is fantastic as his backup. And with Rashard Matthews, I think that the Titans are going to I think the Titans are going to squeak this one out. I don't see it being a high-scoring game. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I got the Titans winning this one like 13-12. I think it's going to be a struggle defensively. I don't like the way the Titans are looking this year.
Yeah,
the offensive line hasn't looked good. Marcus Mariota has been kind of all over the place. Defense hasn't been that great. So I'm waiting for the Titans to emerge. I don't like the Ravens though. So
I don't like the Ravens at all. Joe Flacco, who is he even playing this weekend?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that. But I didn't even think about this one. I took the Titans.
I picked the Titans automatically. I like DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry and Mariota. I like him a lot. Plus, he's my fantasy quarterback in one of my leagues, so I gotta like that.
Yeah.
On to the next game, we have the Buccaneers and Saints at 1:00. Who do you like?
I like the Saints here. Their defense has been kind of underrated this year. They were one of the worst, actually the worst, statistically defense in NFL history a couple years ago. So for them to make the drastic strides that they've made on that side of the ball is pretty incredible, actually, in some ways. Marshawn Lattimore has been outstanding for them this year. Kenny Vaccaro as well. They're getting good line play. Cam Jordan, Sheldon Rankins, their second-year players stepping up. So they're getting some really good defensive play. Tampa Bay, on the other hand, looks like garbage. Oh, stinks. Oh, that's a dumpster fire right now. give me the Saints by like 2 touchdowns.
Okay. I also like the Saints in this matchup. I think Drew Brees, man, on the offensive side of the ball, you can't stop him. I mean, he's just an animal no matter what he does. And I think Mark Ingram is going to have a great game too. I think since Adrian Peterson left, I mean, Mark Ingram's like this value is he's just played so much better without him being there. And Alvin Kamara is balling right now for what, you know what I mean? And I do like the Saints defense. I actually was considering playing them this week. I like Marshawn Lattimore, but the Bucs, man, they were favorites. I mean, they're on Hard Knocks this year. Everyone thought they were going to be something. Robert Aguayo is gone. Okay, this Deshaun Jackson's not. He does. Who knows what's going on? O.J. Howard was supposed to be this maniac coming out of the combine, and Jameis Winston looks bad. I don't know. I do have the Saints winning by 2 touchdowns as well.
Yeah, their defense stinks. Their pass defense is an abomination right now. And
I thought when Doug Martin come back, they'd have some sort of something, but it's not helping.
Their line isn't good either. Like, it's not that there's this man. The Bucs, they might be my. I don't want to say. I don't know. They're one of my disappointments for the season. I don't know if they're my biggest because the Raiders are really doing that too. But the Bucs are definitely up there.
Absolutely. On to the next game, Rams and the Giants at 1:00. I'm taking the Rams on this. Okay, I don't like the Giants, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an Eagles fan. I think the Giants are absolutely going downhill with Odell Beckham pretty much gone for the year. I mean, Sterling Shepard's had injuries. Brandon Marshall's down for the year. Paul Perkins isn't looking as well as he should have. I'm okay. I do like Orleans Darkwa. He's not too bad, but I mean, Evan Ingram's having the Rams defense right now is looking great, and Jared Goff is looking like his first pick of the draft potential that we have seen this year.
Yeah, I like the Rams as well. The way to beat the Rams is to run the ball along the perimeter. And, well, unfortunately, the Giants have no running game, so that doesn't work in their favor. You're not going to be able to throw on them, so the Rams are going to win this one.
Greg Lewis Jr.
Yeah, the Rams are going to win this one pretty easily.
I think so too, and I love Todd Gurley. I think Todd Gurley's going to have a field day.
Yeah,
I think he's going to have an absolute field day. I love Todd Gurley so much, and where's Sammy Watkins? I mean, where is he? The glass foot. Where is he?
The best receiver right now is Robert Woods.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? And they were buddies. They played together, and now Sammy Watkins is just. Cooper Kupp is beating him out. Isn't that insane?
Cooper Kupp is outstanding.
Isn't it crazy? It's out of control. I love it.
Yeah.
We'll save the Broncos and Eagles for a little. We'll save that towards the end of Sunday's game. Okay. We'll we'll go Falcons and Panthers. I like the Falcons in this matchup. I don't care what anyone says. Julio Jones is my favorite wide receiver in the league. I still think he's an elite wide receiver one in any situation. I love them. I think the Panthers are going to have a tough game without Kelvin Benjamin being there. Cam Newton, I feel like, is going to have to run the ball a lot more and scramble a lot. And I think that the Falcons defense will get to him, and they're going to have a tough match up. And I just between Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, Taylor Gabriel, and all these guys, the Falcons have been such a disappointment this year, and I don't understand. But I have the Falcons winning by 3 points this week.
Yeah, the Panthers are on the cusp of a free fall. It feels like this. Mm-hmm. Cam Newton is starting to sulk. He's starting to do his usual shtick.
Yeah.
And they just traded Kelvin Benjamin. I don't like the way they're looking. They won last week 17-3 against a bad Bucs team. They only put 3 points the week prior to the Bears. I like the Falcons here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Safe to say. All right, up next we have the Bengals and the Jaguars at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Jacksonville is like the Jekyll and Hyde of the NFL. We don't know which team is going to show up.
Absolutely.
But I don't think the Bengals are going to be able to stop Leonard Fournette. So I think the Jags should be able to handle them. I don't think the Bengals are very good. Their offensive line stinks. Mm-hmm. And going against Saxonville, this could be another one of those blowouts.
Yeah. I also like Jacksonville in this matchup. I like Leonard Fournette. I think he's fantastic. I think he has Rookie of the Year potential if Deshaun Watson doesn't stop going crazy. But I also like the fact that Marcel Darius is now on the Jaguars, and I think he's going to be eating it up. I think he's going to eat Andy Dalton alive. And like I said, AJ Green's there, but Tyler Eifert pretty much virtually not there. They don't have anybody else. It's just the Bengals look bad. They were a huge disappointment this year for me.
Yeah, they stink. They're not a good team.
They stink.
They stink.
They are horrible. But, yeah, I like the Jaguars in that matchup. I think that defense is going to eat them alive. Oh, yeah. God. All right, on to the next game. We have the Colts and Texans. I have the Texans single-handedly just demolishing the Colts this weekend.
Texans, next game.
Next game. We already know about Deshaun Watson, and we know about all that stuff. I don't even think we need to talk about the next game. The Cardinals and the 49ers, they both stink. They both stink.
49ers pick up their first win of the season.
I have the 49ers winning as well. I think Pierre Garçon has a great game under the new Jimmy Garoppolo. Unstoppable. Jimmy. All right, Redskins and the Seahawks. Now, I know we both have different picks in this game. I like the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks have one of the best red zone defenses. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I mean, Doug Baldwin is looking good. Paul Richardson's balling in the backup. Their running game sucks, but they don't need it because they have Jimmy Graham to catch for them. I love the Seahawks in this matchup against the Redskins, and I think the Redskins are just going downhill. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Kirk Cousins, who knows? Maybe he has the flu. He just doesn't look good. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, this is my upset of the week. Upset special. My gut says that the Redskins are going to go to Seattle and win this game.
In Seattle.
Now, the reason why I say this, the Seahawks this year at home have not looked like the same Seahawks team at home. They have been kind of, I don't want to say they've struggled, but they haven't looked like Seattle this year. I am waiting for a slip-up, and this is kind of the time of the year where they start to slip up. They almost had it last week. I thought the Texans actually outplayed them last week when I watched the game. So the Redskins are in a position where I think they're actually better than their record says at 3-4.
Absolutely.
I think they're a good team. This is more of a gut feeling than anything. I think because they're in desperation mode, they have a really difficult slate coming up, and they need to start winning right now because you're going to fall to 3-5 if you don't. I think because they need this game, they're going to win it, and Seattle kind of sleepwalks again, and I think they're going to lose this time.
You don't think the addition of Dwayne Brown is going to help propel that Seattle offense?
Too soon.
Too soon, you think?
It's too soon because when you bring a new guy in, he's got to learn the whole playbook and all the schematics, and I think it takes like a couple games for that to happen. And to think that he's going to come in there the first week and just immediately step in and just it goes right from the get-go, I don't think that's going to happen.
Can't be any worse than what they had, though.
That's very true.
Very honestly. Up next, we have the Chiefs and the Cowboys. I have the Chiefs in this matchup. I think that defense is too good. I think the offense is too good. Regardless if Zeke Elliott plays or not, who knows with them. I don't like Dak Prescott as a quarterback. I think he's a game manager. I like the Chiefs' defense in this matchup a lot, and I think that Kareem Hunt is going to have a field day.
Yeah, the way to attack the Chiefs is to attack Terrence Mitchell. You can't go after Marcus Peters. So teams have effectively thrown the ball on the Chiefs. I don't think that Dak Prescott has that type of mentality in him where he can put a team on his back and win the game. I don't think he has that in him yet. So I don't see how Dallas is going to win that game. I don't see it. So I got the Chiefs by like 10, like 30.
I had the Chiefs winning by 13 against the Cowboys. And I think it's just because Jason Witten's going to get his garbage time touchdown like he does every game. It sucks. Next up, we have the Raiders versus the Dolphins. I have the Raiders picking this even before the Ajayi trade. I like the Raiders in this matchup. I think the Dolphins are just going to go downhill. I think they're declining suddenly. Nobody knows. I mean, even if Jay Cutler plays this weekend, I think Tannehill killed them this year getting hurt. Going after Jay Cutler was a stupid move in my opinion. And me and you both love Adam Gase. We both wanted him. I know that for a fact. But I like the Raiders. I mean, how can you pick against Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Marshawn Lynch, and Michael Crabtree?
Yeah. I got the Raiders too, but I don't feel like great about it. They just don't look right this year. The Dolphins are just this – they're so weird because their roster stinks. It's awful. Yeah. It's not good. Adam Gase somehow has molded this trash into 4-3. I mean,
there's a couple dimes. There's a couple guys, Jarvis Landry. I mean, Devontae Parker. I mean, Kenny Stills. They have a couple good guys. It's just, I mean, they don't look good. They just stink.
I think that Jay Ajayi trade might have been the start of a rebuild. And Jarvis Landry might be next during the offseason. And I think that's the way to go because, I mean, that roster, you weren't going to win it all. Ryan Tannehill, I'm sure they're going to try and unload Ndamukong Suh's contract. But,
absolutely.
That's a different conversation.
I don't think Julius Thomas will be there.
Yeah.
I'll take Jarvis Landry. I'll take that every day, all day.
Hell yeah.
Oh, absolutely. All right, we'll talk Broncos and Eagles real quick next. I mean, I'm just going to say we're both going to pick the Eagles. I don't know about you.
Yeah, if Brock Osweiler wasn't starting, I would have considered the Broncos, but now no way. There's no way Brock Osweiler is ready for this defense.
Absolutely not. With our front seven and everyone looking great, I mean, I just even with Trevor Siemian, and I think we beat these guys single-handedly by at least 10 to 15 points. I mean, our Carson Wentz, I don't like the S word and I don't like the MVP talk. I don't like any of that. But Carson Wentz is playing far beyond both of our imaginations right now. I mean, last year we were talking about Nelson Aguilar being absolutely just needs to be demolished and just erased from this team. And Zach Ertz is not being Mr. December. He's being Mr. All Year. Zach Ertz is finally having that year that us fans have wanted. And, I mean, Alshon isn't being the guy that I wanted him to be, but he's that deterrent. And he's playing so well that other guys are getting all these opportunities, like the Mac Hollins and the Torrey Smiths. These guys we look so good. And I don't really like our running game currently. I feel like we're using LeGarrette Blount all wrong, and that's not. Like I said, I'm just a guy on YouTube, so what the fuck do I know? You know what I mean? But I think with the tandems with the Jay Ajayi, we have a really good chance to go far this year, and that's pretty. I'm just hoping that we give Jay Ajayi at least 5 to 10 carries this weekend.
Yeah, I think he will be limited, but I think he will get in the game. I think where he will probably be used actually is probably in pass protection.
Yeah.
In shotgun. And this is a point I've made on my show. I mean, that's where the trade I thought was important was the pass pro. Because the last couple of weeks we've seen teams blitzing up the A-gap, blitzing up the middle, and the backs haven't been able to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been a huge problem. It's like, I know everyone is focused on Big V. It's more than just Big V, man. Big V struggling last week, but it wasn't just him, dude.
Wayne Johnson
on the other side, and then the backs. So you got more than just one hole to fill on that, in terms of pass protection. So where Ajayi is going to help is this. So in pass protection, he's going to help, and because I'm sure they're going to try and run the ball more now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can establish a running game, that also helps your pass protection because, well, if you think a run is coming, you're going to that's the way the kind of mind kind of works. So I love this trade, and there we are. I do think Von Miller is going to have his way. I can see Carson getting sacked like 4 to 5 times. I can definitely see that. I got the Birds. I got like 19-13. I don't know if they reach 20 points. I think it'll be a lot of field goals.
I got 21-17 due to having defensive turnovers. I think that we're gonna have a field day against Brock Osweiler. I think we're gonna have at least 1 interception, 1 fumble, some sort of defensive stop. I like it. And I also like Jay Ajayi. If he did play today, if he did play Sunday, I think we will use him in the backfield. I think we're going to be doing a lot of – if we're going to throw screens, we're going to be throwing into him just to see how his legs work, see how that knee looks. And I like I said, I like the trade. I mean, me and you talked about it before through texting. We really wish they would have went after a tackle or a linebacker. But, I mean, for a 4th-round pick to go after a guy like this, how can you not?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So on to the beautiful Monday night game, Lions and the Packers.
Oh.
I have the Lions winning this game. I don't like Hundley. I feel horrible for Aaron Rodgers. I mean, the guy is just unstoppable, and the fact that he got hurt, it kills the Packers' chances of going anywhere this year. Jordy Nelson's production goes down. Devontae Adams' production goes down. Randall Cobb's production goes down. I mean, Ty Montgomery hasn't been there. I mean, Aaron Jones is having he's doing pretty good at the running back position, but I think that Lions defense, and with Matthew Stafford, who throws for over 900 yards a game, I don't think you can stop. I don't think you can stop the Lions right now if you're the Packers.
This comes down to the Green Bay secondary. Can you stop Detroit's pass offense? And it's simply a no.
Yeah.
So that's
even with
the Lions are going to win.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Green Bay's not going to be able to move the ball. So that might be like that could be ugly on Monday night.
Yeah. I expect it to be. Both teams have really bad running games right now. I mean, in my opinion, I like Abir Abdullah, and I like but I think Matthew Stafford's going to be airing it out all day long to Marvin Jones all day long.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. So we didn't have any differences but the one. But that's why I picked Washington. I felt like I needed to pick an upset this week. I mean, it was very, very easy pickings this week.
It was very easy pickings this week.
Yeah, it was. So when I come on again, hopefully we'll have more differentiation.
Oh, absolutely. I'd like to thank you, Adrian, from the Bitter Birds, for coming on. I appreciate it, man, and I will talk to you guys soon.